Mason was a very active, funny 5-year-old. He loved art and soccer and was stubborn as an ox, and he loved his brother, and the best way to describe him is a force of nature.
He had a short but very interesting life. He lived in 4 different countries, spoke 2 languages fluently and parts of another, and he met the First Lady of the United States, and he met the Queen of England in his 5 years on Earth.
Kirk, tell me something that you remember about his treatment experience, like something that sticks out in your mind.
One is how active he was during the treatment, during the very strong chemo that was in his body when he was at Children's Hospital, when he would be riding up and down the hallways on the big wheel and we'd be running along with the IV pole. Him playing soccer with his brother in the room and in the hallway. He scored a goal in a soccer game 2 weeks before he passed away. He wouldn't let anything stop him.
His sheer determination blanketed a lot of his pain and blanketed a lot of his suffering in a way that those who experience that all the time could have told us a little bit more about it. And I think that's my biggest regret is that we didn't have those conversations right from the beginning.
It's a hard conversation to have with people because everybody wants to be optimistic until the very end. But I remember distinctly our older son was playing soccer and Mason was there, but he was probably about 50 feet away. And I was talking to one of the moms on the team and she said, well, how is he doing? And I said, well, he's dying.
He kept control just like his personality was right to the end. He woke up that morning and said he was done, and 8 hours later he was unconscious.
Right.
And 18 hours later from there he was gone. I still remember the hospice woman coming into us and saying, it's going to be soon, it's going to be soon. And we called Mateo and said, do you want to come home?
Mateo was at a soccer game.
And he said, no, I'm okay. And Mason waited for him to die. Mateo walked in the room and he told him the score of the game, and Mason was gone about 5 minutes later. On my worst days, I just think of that little boy getting up and running around when he felt miserable, and then I say, you know what? We all need to be a little bit like Mason.